they don't really have the greatest tank up type of heroes. Like you can buy a pipe on edge or something, but it's weird. It's not the role that hero wants to be falling into, I don't think. Could be wrong on that. So
10
to
seconds
me,
remaining.
this Storm pick feels a little bit greedy. Yes, he's got an Oracle that can back him up.
5
Yes, he's got a
seconds
Stampede
remaining.
that can be there to help save him if things get caught and they're a little clunky. But just a Ricky Cloud is something that Storm does not want to have to deal with. Force Staffs are obviously great answers. You don't want to have to build a Force Staff here for Storm Spirit. Granted, the rest of his team can build one, but like Centaur kind of wants to tank up. Rubik would rather go Blink, but I think a Force Staff would be fine for him. But also he's position 4, so it might not come online by the time that it really matters. I just think it's a little bit concerning. And the other thing is that Storm oftentimes wants to just play by himself. I guess the Stampede is going to be the best part about it, but if Ricky gets that cloud off and then you can have like the Earthshaker stuns come in, Storm's probably just going to die.
Radiant team pick.
So we'll see. Leshrac Band as well as the Slark. What do Nova want to take? And then keep in mind we're leaving open a Nemiga last pick. Nova. What's the play? Keep on coming back to Morphling. Remaining. I don't know if that would be good or not, though.
Remaining.
What else? You kind of want like a game winner. Storm can be that, but I feel like he might have a bit of a tough game. Maybe try and play fast and do something like early pushing. Like in the old days, I would have said something like a Luna, but I think that hero is just too bad right now. Maybe a safe inducer or something. Terrible. That's an interesting pick. That's a super interesting pick. Really? Ursa. It's good against DK. It can be okay against Ricky if you can find him and control him.
10 seconds remaining.
I actually had hypothesized that I thought Ursa was going to be a way better hero on picker where people were going to be picking it all the time. That did not materialize the way that I thought it would. But I think this is one of the heroes that now it's like so value to go Nullifier on. Because what's the answer to this hero? It's like Force Staffs and stuff, right? If Force Staffs don't work, if you can stay on that target and they can't get away, dude, it's amazing. Nullifier. Go like Nullifier third item. And then whoever he goes on basically just dies because you've got, you know, your status resistance and rage stuff. It's just going to be really hard to fight.
Templar Assassin. Choose your hero.
TA is the pick now, going up against Storm. Okay. See if they have what it takes. Game number 1 right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. I do need to take off these 2 things. I'm actually going to leave them up there for a second just so I can queue up the right place for the Nemiga draft. I don't have a whatchamacallit, an overlay thing for Nova because they don't have one. Oh, look at that. It's a giant Nemiga logo. Bleh. All right, get over there, buddy. That should solve it. We'll take these 2 down. Easy peasy. All right. Nemiga versus Nova. Game number 1. I think this Ursa pick is going to be really interesting because you're going to be able to go in and take Roche real early. And I don't know if Nemiga have the heroes to deal with even contesting it, if we're going to be honest about it. Like, let's say that Ursa wants to go for an early Roche and they have Stampede up. How do you come and contest Roche as Nemiga? TA is going to have like maybe a Deso or maybe a Blink Dagger. Dragonite's going to have like drums and, you know, treads. Your Earthshaker might not even have like level 6. Definitely not going to have level 2 ulti. Maybe Nefrit does some cool things. To me, it just feels very weird. Very hard to contest the Roche, at least in those early goings. So there's a chance that you could just get that, and then Storm picks up an early Aegis, time it out there, make a ton of stuff happen on the map. Sounds cool. We'll see if they have what it takes. I am interested to watch. I haven't seen an Ursa in so long.
You blew it!
You blew it.
Prepare for battle.
Anything interesting coming to lane? Rubik starts with the buckler. A lot of tips going on. Great. Going for the double Wraith Bands. Offlane DK. Boots first on Shaker. And the Orb of Venom on Ricky. That's kind of interesting. So they are just going to stick. I thought that it was going to be a little bit of a different lane setup. But I guess that TA reveals a lot about what was going on with the draft, and I don't really have time to think about it. So you have the quick little DC.
It was your own damn
Everybody's
fault.
DCing. But yeah, Ricky, Orb of Venom, with the Enchantress going up against the Rubik and the Centaur and the Oracle. So she can just purge off Retaliate. I wonder if you like go old school build in this game for DK or for Centaur, and you go like Hoof Stomp and if you go like Hoof Stomp and max double edge. How much damage does it do? It's up to 300 damage plus the percentage of strength as damage. So he's got such garbage strength right now. But you could do something cool with that maybe. I think that you max double edge this game. Like, you're just going to get it enchanted off anyways. Like, it doesn't do anything. Maybe you get, like, 1 point retaliate or something. So that way it's annoying when they hit you. Because you just get some return damage back onto them. But, I don't know. I think that would be good. Maybe you still want to max out retaliate. I don't know. I don't know. Wish that this like gains retaliate aura was like a level 10 talent. That'd be insane. That actually sounds broken as hell.
That's the spirit.
Does he have a talent for more retaliate damage? Yeah, plus 90 retaliate damage. And then you go the retaliate aura. Is there any world where that's good? It like doubles the damage of return. And then gives it to everybody. I want to play that. I'm going to go into a turbo game and I'm going to try that. But yeah, this to me feels like it could be interesting. I want to see if the Centaur wants to just like... I remember back in the days, you would sometimes have people that would max... It would just go like 2-2-0 and take no points in return. Back when it was called return. Take over an outpost.
30 seconds to battle.
It was like really bad in a way because Hoof Stomp's stun duration scales like horribly. It's one of the worst scaling spells in the game, but you know, it gets pretty significant damage increase. Guess what is it? 20 per level, 20 or 30 per level. It's pretty nice. And then you can just like burst somebody with magic damage. Against Ricky, that actually sounds so good. Dude, that would almost kill him. That's the play. Dude, I want to see... No, he took Retaliate. No! Oh, all this theory crafting. Look at this. Ricky is 600 HP just about. Okay, you trying to tell me that, like, if you had Hoof Stomp and Double Edge, just lift and then Double Edge, and the dude's done. Because Ricky just plays around his base armor and then, like, his HP regen, right? If all you're doing is magical damage, he just dies.
Denied.
Denied. How did he get none of those?
Oh, snap.
Alright, well that one worked out a little bit better for him. I don't know where the rest of the TA's creeps went. That's a little bit strange. Fervian. Building up some stacks. Building them up. Blocking out that camp. Blocking out that camp. Fervian's heading over and he is going to get a Wild Wing? Or is he looking for other ones? Okay, he's just going to get the Wild Wing, running over with it afterwards.
Radiant
TA
has been killed.
That's a lot of damage there. She had to use a salve or anything? Nothing yet. But she's taking a lot of damage. He's queued up a salve. Is one coming out on the courier? Yeah. So right now, Voronov winning the regen war a little bit. Does need to be careful here. The Psyblade hit almost brings... My God, they're playing that really fast and loose. He is going to have to salve up immediately afterwards. And now, back to normal laning. That was close, though. Jeez. Okay. Buff Stomp, Retaliate, Enchant. It's off of him. And now you do nothing. Just imagine if you had Double Edge right there.
Missing top.
Like, how much damage is that level 1? 120 damage. Like that and a Fable, and Ricky's just dead. He definitely needs to max out Retaliate or Double Edge afterwards. That actually sounds like such a good answer to Ricky and lane. Because like all these heroes, right, they're balanced around the idea of, you know, survivability abilities, right? So Ricky, he doesn't have as much HP because he has a ton of armor, and he has a ton of regen, and he has these abilities that get him out of harm's way. You get a lift into hoof stomp into double edge, that mitigates all of that. Regen doesn't matter because he's dead. Armor doesn't matter because it's magical damage. And then his escape abilities doesn't matter because you can stun lock him. Fade Bolt. Chase down. Low key is going to die. Freaks having a very nice start. Wasn't quite able to get that courier snipe there, but they're just winning all their lanes now. It's already 1,000 gold lead in 3 minutes. Like, what the hell? Oh, God. That's spooky. Mid was going okay, but now the man up match. Is it going to be enough? It is. Storm gets the kill. Very nicely done. Is that a salve coming out? Ooh, a salve and a mango. Oh, babe. That's real nice. They lost the Earthshaker, too, down bottom. Oracle in the meantime. Is he trying to get a pull off or something? He's just killing off that last creep. So big win there for Storm. Big win, big win. Lift. Hoof stomp. Does manage to take that retaliate stacks off afterwards. But because they went on the Enchantress, that meant that they could go for that type of a play. Trading hits with the free. Backs out afterwards. And 4 minutes. It's going to be a DD for TA. Nice win there. How's Ursa doing? 15 and 5. Not having an amazing time. That's also not the worst thing in the world. Missing a couple of CS here and there. I thought TA might decide to like do some jungle stuff, but Storm's walking back home. It's actually a good glyph. So the only reason that they're glyphing that is that way he can't push the wave under the tower quickly enough. Because now Storm has enough time to like get back and not miss out on too much XP. Missed 2 creeps there. Outside. John just gonna try and cut this wave. Rubik is not here, but is going to secure a bounty room, it looks like. Well, the chase down is coming onto this centaur. Does find the stun. TP away from there, and he's fine. While the Ricky TP's back to the tower. Doesn't miss out on basically any CS under here.
Missing top.
So what's his goal? He's going treads. Very interesting. No points yet in the overpower either. Just going for the Earth Shock to jump onto this Dragonite if things go awry, or I guess jump away as well. And then of course the Fury Swipes. Triple Wraithband. Oh, good fissure there. Gonna connect. Enchant. They use it now. No more extra damage onto this centaur. They're gonna lose one. And, well, the Freak just lives. That has got to be frustrating for Nova. God dang. So 6 minutes in, 3-2. 1,000 gold lead for Nemiga.
Haste.
Storm, Haster, and picked up. In the meantime, it is TA just going to be super duper happy. Second highest net worth in the game so far. She's going to head off to this jungle here.
Missing middle.
You'd think you'd be able to do more to this DK, but DK just stuns and then walks away. It's like actually really hard to make any type of aggressive move happen unless he has some more lockdown on the side of space. Up top, low keys.
Where are you going?
Got a Centaur Conqueror. Hoof Stomp is there. Fissure afterwards. Enchant Totem trying to bring him down, and they will. Vervian picks up that kill. So 3-3. Back again we go. These guys feeling very good about themselves on Nemiga. I think DK is definitely the one that's hurting here, but it's not all bad. Just level 2 on the Shaker. What are the rest of these levels like? He's definitely the lowest. So that's one thing that's going the way of Nova is slightly better just XP distribution on the side of Nova. So they're going to take over the outpost here. Charging it up. He's still got a stun. Can turn it onto space if he wants to. They show up soon with the Rubik as well. Chosen One. Absolutely insane. Lift not going to be there.
Gotcha.
So he manages to TP out. They don't get that kill on him. A couple other heroes rotate over, and now low-key's in some trouble. Got the spill damage there as well, but the disarm comes out. Illusion Rune bottled up. And the back away. All right. Cool, cool. Royal Jelly picked up by the Centaur. Yep. I mean, Nefrit's going to be the big winner in the end of this one. If he can get into this Diffusal Blade pretty unhampered, I think that this Ricky's going to be very happy. And the thing that's going to be worrying is, like, Storm, what exactly does he actually do in this game right here? Is he shovels up? Like, how does he deal with a Ricky jumping on him? He needs a stampede from the Centaur, really, to keep him alive. Optic passes that one over there. Gets the nice little mana regen. You always love to see that on the Storm Spirit. So a quick little pause. And Ursa going to go back for the Mask of Madness afterwards. All right. Somebody was asking, isn't Double Edge physical damage, Mr. Caster friend? Nope. Double Edge is magical. I thought I was wrong for a second. I was like, oh my god, am I that dumb?
In strength is victory.
Yeah, I think that would have been the play. Because again, like 240 magic damage, and then it would be 100% of strength. So it would be 240 plus another about 60, right? So you're at 300 magical damage from the Double Edge onto Ricky, who's got 1,000 HP right now. Right? And then another 160 damage from Fade Bolt. So you've just got so much magical damage out. And it's on a relatively low cooldown as well, right? Like, if you open with Double Edge as the lift is coming out, that's 5 second cooldown. Lift is, how long? 1.2 lift duration. And then a stomp in the midst of that lands for 2 seconds. So you've got Double Edge into lift, into hoof stomp, and then your second Double Edge is almost back up again. That's 600 magical damage.
You blew it.
On top of any right clicks, on top of another like 240 or 160 or whatever it is. So it's like he's down to like a third HP, basically. And then if he's low at all leading into that, it's really, really bad. Got some sort of testy internet that they have going on here. Not great. But, you know, these things happen. 3-3, 1,000 gold lead for Nemiga. And I still kind of would like to see the Ursa go back for an early Roche. If they could find a way to sneak it, it'd be nice. Like with the Mask of Madness, you can definitely do it. What neutral items do they have? They've got a broom handle. That should be for the Ursa. Is it coming out right now on the courier? Yeah, broom handle. That's ow! So, game number 1, series number 2 for the day, the SIGUL Pro League. Earlier on, spoiler alert, we saw Khan take down Cyber Legacy, which I think is one that a lot of people are going to be surprised by. But you're going to see more and more of this, guys. Like, these tier 2, tier 3 teams are going to start upsetting people that are like bigger names. And I think it's going to happen across the board. We're already seeing it in the ESL with the Chicken Fighters and the Viking GG. You're going to keep on seeing it. We saw in Southeast Asia, Adroit was taking down, who was it? They took a game off Fnatic today, but there was another one where they were looking really good. And I think they took down TNC, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. But like these tier 2 to tier 3 teams, they're capable of like stepping up further. And I think a big part of the reason behind it is you oftentimes see teams talk about, well, it's different on LAN. So what's different on LAN? What is it that makes a LAN event harder for a new team to be able to perform well? It's taking them out of their comfort zone. It's performing in front of a crowd. That's something that a lot of these people have never experienced before. And then it's like you get inside your own head. You start freaking out. If you're playing these giant tournaments, but it's happening instead in your own house, in like a team house, maybe if you get one of those, suddenly a lot of that pressure that was there previously, it's sort of mitigated, and you can actually just play to the best of your abilities, as opposed to having the nerves put up a different type of performance than you would have otherwise. It was something that I was talking about a while ago, but like, if you think about every other sport that happens, like think about football, for instance, and I'm being thoughtful for our European friends here, so it's actual football, not American football. But if you think about it, if you're playing, I started and I played in front of like a little crowd in my little league thing, right? So there's like all the parents that are hanging out, maybe some brothers or sisters. They see you play, you get to experience what that feels like. Then you go into school, go into primary school, you start to experience, okay, now there's a little bit of a bigger crowd. Now it's other people's parents that are there. Maybe there's some of the other school that's there. Then you get to high school. You know, and suddenly there's a much bigger crowd. People start paying attention to like school sports. So maybe there's like 100 people that are watching, and you start to get used to that. And then finally you go into the college, university sports, then you go into the pro leagues, and you're used to, at that point, performing in front of a crowd. Your first game, yeah, it's going to be different than it was previously, as they jump on this Centaur here who immediately pops the Stampede and gets out. But, you know, it's different because you're playing in front of this crowd that's enormous. As Pion, I think, is just dead, maybe? Chance still chasing? No, he's back out. So your first pro game, it's going to be different because, you know, you're playing in a stadium where before you might have still been doing that in college or something, but not to the same degree. But for these guys, their first tournaments, it's the first time they've ever played in front of anybody. Because normally they're just playing in their own pajamas at home. So it has a way bigger impact, I think, in esports than it does in any other industry, any other sport, where players are affected by it in ways they wouldn't otherwise be. So that's enough about that. Stun goes out now onto the DK, but a Fate's Edict is going to keep him alive and well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
3-3 still very low kill scoring game, as they're glyphing the catapult on Nemiga, trying to keep this pressure on if possible. But there's not really anything to do about it. Again, I think this is like a perfect time for Ursa to try and get into sneaking a Roche if possible. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Plus 30 overload damage? What?
Dire's top tower
There's
is
no
under
way
attack.
that's better. What? What the hell? Am I crazy? I feel like I've never seen any Storm Spirit take that talent. Am I crazy? I'm gonna look that up right now. It's like I didn't even know what I was seeing there. If Storm Spirit ever has mana issues, dude, oh my god, his mana is coming back so slow. Oh, it feels bad. Turn now, Stampede, jump in for the kill, take down the free. That's the answer to the Ricky. Just turn around and fight him. See what happens. We have another pause that's coming out. All right, I'm looking this up right now. Storm Spirit. Where is his talent breakdown?
Is victory.
Is there a talent tree breakdown of how much percentage of people do this. All right, Valve Dota 2 API is currently unavailable. Unbelievable. Oh, here we go. Well, it's actually pretty even, it looks like. It looks like it's about 40% take the overload damage. I'm surprised. I feel like I only see it other things. Other places. I don't know if there's a way to tell. I guess I could like go into my thing and look at it. But it could be cool. All right.
In strength is victory.
So ready to go again. No more lag.
Glorious thing.
Lagat. Sorry.
Missing bottom. Be generation.
Chosen. Careful, my dude. I get caught out.
Dire's bottom
12
tower
minutes.
is under attack.
Less than 1,000 gold.
Radiant are scanning.
Pervian just tipping the Oracle for some reason. Don't know why,
Missing bottom.
but that's fine. This game has been like very passive though, and I think that like they really need to be getting these kills here. Like you can't afford to just let the Centaur get out right there. I mean, again, it's not the end of the world, but Ricky making the move down bottom to try and find the kill into Ursa, getting punished, getting killed, them trying to find that kill up there on the Centaur,
Radiant
getting
structures are
punished by
fortified.
Centaur not going down, and now you're
Radiant's
pressuring the
middle
mid
tower is under
tower.
attack.
Yes, it's good, but I mean, it just doesn't feel absolutely amazing. And if Storm has kind of a free game, that's really bad. I'm still very surprised that if Hoofstomp comes out, there's no way they kill this DK. Surely not. Stun, run away, Storm shows up, tries to pull him back in. That overload damage, the Echo Slam. There's no follow-up. No follow-up at all. Oh no, and now they overextend. Throw out the false promise. That's going to keep him alive there. Did a lot of damage on that Earthshaker.
Dire's top
no
tower
follow.
is under attack.
He almost did more damage to the entire Radiant team. But there's just, they're too tanky. You got big boys over here. Alright, Fissure, jump in. That's good. That's what they need to do, but Stampede and then the zip away. Oh, he's crazy. Dude, he pulls back in onto Nefreet. Okay. Again, this is one of those things where, like, I guess he gets a bottle, you know, refill coming from the Oracle. I guess his damage potential, like, they kind of need it to burn through the DK, I guess, right?
Dire's top
Like,
tower
you
is
need
under
that
attack.
magic damage to be able to deal with this hero with crazy armor and regen. Maxed out right now, Dragon Blood. So
Radiant's
tier 1
middle
tower is going to
is under
drop.
attack.
Still no
Dire's
Diffusal
top
Blade
tower
for
is under
Nefreet.
Radiant's middle
He's
tower
had
has
kind of
fallen.
a weird game so far. As he does
Dire's
find the
top
Centaur.
tower is under attack.
Beat down, chase down, fissure,
Dire's
lands,
top
connects,
tower has fallen.
jump, 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 still beating into him. Has the blank strike, anticipating the hoof stomp, but it never came. So they force back the Centaur, but don't get the kill. Stun comes out, chase, pull in, root, trying to kill off the DK, and they'll get him. Go into Roche, go do it. Let's see it. It's got Basher already on Ursa. You know, I think they could do this. I actually think that there's a chance that Nova take this game number
Radiant's
1.
bottom tower is under attack. Dire
Which is not something I would have believed going into it. Like, Earthshaker's halfway to, he's more than halfway to a Blink Dagger. If Ricky gave him a creep wave, he'd actually have it. He's gonna go up to the jungle now instead and try and finish it off with that and getting the tower and everything, but this ain't no joke. They have a lot of what they need. Vambrace picked up for the Centaur. You got an Imp Claw. Oh man, Imp Claw TA is nasty. If that's what they want to go for, they could go something else. They traded over though, yeah. Imp Claw TA is definitely the way to go.
Dire's
wonder
top
who takes
tower
the
is under
Vambrace.
attack.
Bounty.
The Pupil's Gift is pretty
Dire's
nice for
structures are
Storm.
fortified.
Looks like they're just gonna keep it on the
Radiant structures are fortified.
Keep it on the
Dire's
centaur
top
for now.
tower is under attack.
Who is going to beat down these towers by virtue of retaliate. Always nice to see.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But another pause. Another one.
Ooh, aftershocks.
No. Smiling for. This is one of those points where I wish that I would have
The mystery.
wish I would know.
Deepens.
what they're saying, but I don't. I do not know. Sure, they're just saying nice things. Actually, unironically, I do think they're just saying nice things. I don't think people are flaming or anything like that right now. I still can't get over this talent.
Is victory.
I guess if he goes Bloodstone first, maybe it's okay. Like, 3 mana regen is nice. It's really nice to get you to those levels. I always just think of it as like a sort of accelerant along the way. But I guess you could make the argument that, you know,
I'll take it.
the extra damage is also an accelerant. How much does it take? Can he clear through like a creep wave with 1 blast? I think he probably can, right? How much damage is it? 130 plus 285.
Victory.
So that's what, 415? So it doesn't quite kill off melee and range,
Dire's
but it definitely
top
kills
tower
off
is
range.
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, go get it. Grove Bow. And Aquila.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Aquila for TA, but she's not taking it. Okay. Oh, yeah, give it to Ricky. Wait. Imclaw to Ricky. Isn't Aquila better? Am I crazy?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How much damage is it?
Radiant's
7
bottom
damage, plus you
tower
get
is
9
under
agi,
attack.
so it's like 16 damage. Then you also get, because of Ricky, the extra bonus from Cloak and Dagger.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it's better. Whatever, it's fine though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Dire's
Ricky?
top tower is under attack.
Great vision here, finding the Oracle. They're just gonna blow him up. So 1 dead. They take down the Sentry Ward, keep that Observer
Radiant's
Ward
bottom tower
alive.
has fallen.
Now the smoke up. Looking for the Blink Dagger initiation. You gotta be careful here. Nemiga come into play, finding. Oh. Okay, that's not great. That's not great. But nonetheless, it does look like it's going to be fine as Nemiga get some good damage in. They've taken down both of the tier 1 towers, mid and bottom.
Radiant are scanning.
Ready to check in for Roche, but no such luck. Nemiga not opting to go for that play yet. Again, like with Stampede up, I feel like it would have been nice for Nova to try and sneak Roche with Ursa, but it doesn't look like that's what we're planning to do at all. Oh. But the DD, they don't have the blink yet, but just tanking through this one. They don't know that this is happening here, I don't think. They should have an inkling. Yeah, the pings are coming out now. Now they realize. Jump in, hoof stomp onto 1. But Roche, it's going to go down. And that one hurts. That one hurts a lot. If you are a Ursa and you don't get the first Roche, that one is very frustrating. They did just pick up the Bloodstone. God, this is feeling like one of those moments where, like, Storm is going to jump in with his Bloodstone and like die at the beginning of the fight, or even just in the middle of the fight, and not get any charges. But TA level 15, Blink Deso. wonder if she goes to Ags build. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that's been some cool stuff. I've seen it in some Southeast Asia. It's been a little bit in Europe as well. The Ags TA. It sounds like it'd be terrible, but it's kind of cool. Kind of nifty. Takes the trap damage at level 16 now. Storm Spirit zips in. Gets a little bit fresh with Astral and then backs out afterwards. Cool, cool. 20-minute mark. Trade-off of the outposts, one apiece.
That should help.
Wish fulfilled.
20 minutes. Only 10 kills in 20 minutes. This is not the CIS Dota I signed up for. This is a farm fest. This is unbelievable. This is ridiculous. Push now. I agree. It's made worse because there's like only been pauses. Yeah, man. Dude, the snore emote, I am down with that right now. Not gonna lie. It's like no risk 20 minutes. The most boring game of Dota I've cast in a while. But don't worry, things are gonna pop off soon, I promise. To be honest, I don't know if they are or not. Like every time somebody makes a move, it feels like the other team just like ends up winning because of it. But so it goes. Man. Ow. Give him the wink. Give him the wink. There's a lot of typing. There's a lot of writing on the thing. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like if you're paused, you shouldn't be like drawing on the map, personally. I think that's pretty weird. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess if there's like an issue, then it's good to like, you know, take your time and figure out what you want to do next. But like, it does feel weird to me that they're pausing and then instead of, well, maybe it's not instead of, but I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. What do we have? Basher, almost going to be done with the BKB. The Ursa has really not impressed me, like, so much. The other thing about the Ursa is that with, like, overpower, it's you just dispel it afterwards with the Ench. Like, they can dispel the retaliate, they can dispel the overcharge.
Dire's middle tower is
See,
under
doesn't this
attack.
seem weird? They, like, pause and then immediately know what they're going to do. What the hell? Stun comes out, good dodge. Keeps him alive. Back out. Tier 1 tower, gonna live. Run away. Run away. Get away. Unbelievable. The hoof stomp. The lift. The tower shots. The full to 0. He goes down. Fervian not able to save a life. The chase coming to kill off the Enchantress. It's so slow. Ricky shows up. Echo there. Onto one. Storm is done. Okay. Yeah, that'll happen. And now looking for a bit more. A good Dragon Tail comes out. Their eyes are set on the Centaur. It does not have Stampede available. Will have Diffusal Blade, the slowdown, the fissure block off. And that man is dead.
You died on the temple
All right, I think Nemiga are ready to put him down. I think that's what's going on right now. This is like these last couple minutes have been really good for Nemiga.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant
yeah,
structures
it's a hard
are
one.
fortified. Dire's structures are fortified.
Cliff comes out.
Arcane energies.
Topside space, gonna try and push out. He has a BKB, trying to go towards the Abyssal Blade. Might have to pop the BKB right now, to be honest. Yeah, so he has to do that, and then the Freak just walks away. Dust's gonna miss. If they're not careful, they could get sandwiched here too. He's got to get the hell out. Yeah, just TP's away. But they've got their eyes set over here onto the Rubik. He's dead before he becomes
Radiant's top
unstunned.
tower is under attack.
5,000 gold lead. It was just take Aegis and go. This is what happens when you have a lineup like this. It's just built to just punish so hard. They've got these blink daggers. They've got Ricky who's just almost solo killing. The Centaur gets a little bit of extra help from Astral, and they find that kill. I think that they're just going to go high ground. Like, what do you have to stop them? There's nothing. The tier 3 tower going to be assaulted. They have a glyph. Storm trying to make it happen here. Jump forward, stun onto one. And he is done. Got themselves some of these spirits coming in. Backdoor protection is continued to be disabled and will be for the foreseeable future. Snowspear tries to take this down, jump in, taking down Ricky, gets the tricks of the trade for the hideaway. And with these creeps still alive, they take down the melee racks. BKB now done for TA as well. Just cool as a cucumber. Nemiga back out. 7,000 gold. Popping some dust, not finding anybody.
A mysterious force.
Frustrating, I'm sure. Does have that Bloodstone. We talked about it. Bloodstone into immediate lose charge. Halfway towards his Aghanim Scepter, though. That's pretty cool. That's definitely nice. Nefreet keeps sitting pretty with this Imp Claw. And is getting towards that Manta. Smoke up to try and take down Ricky. But he is going to back out afterwards. Nefreet recognizing the inherent danger of this lineup to try and punish him. The rest of the team showing up now. They know that they're taking the outpost. This is one of those things that's like really hard to deal with, right? You smoke up to make this move, and then you all stand there to take the outpost, so they know that you're all there. Storm going to jump in here. The Fissure going to land onto the Ursa. John finds a stun only onto one. On the other side, Nefreet has already taken down Low Keys. Now Space is in some trouble here. Traps there. Over to the side. They have the Oracle back behind enemy lines, and he just runs into the Dragon Knight. Meanwhile, over on the side there, the Echo Slam going to land onto two. Isn't quite enough. Does look like they steal Enchant Totem. TA may be in some trouble here, but Dunn is dead. And now, with the Fury stacks building up, they managed to find that kill onto TA as well. So a good blink away, and a decent fight there for Nova. Still down 8,000 gold, but could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. And you saw there the power of Ursa if he manages to get an enrage off, right? Like, would have been great to be able to have like the full lockdown, but having that 50% status resistance, that's pretty big against Earthshaker. It's what you need. If he didn't get that enrage off, they'd probably all die right there. But the damage reduction, 80%, the status resistance meant that they were able to live. But again, that only happens if you get that enrage off. Something to watch for in the next one for sure. So 7,000 gold lead. Aegis is already reclaimed, right? Not crazy. Yeah. Ricky almost has Manta done now. If he wants to go finish that one off, he can. And he will indeed. Attack speed into damage choice. Ghost Scepter on the other side for Ench. That's That's hilarious. I love that. He just walks up to him and stuns him. Dude, he lost more bloodstone charges. Oh, it hurts. Yeah, that's a frustrating one there. He needs to get his BKB done. Thought about going for the Ags, but BKB is definitely the right play. Got to be able to run in these fights and just sort of go wild, not worry about anybody else.
Are scanning.
They're waiting. have an inkling that something could be going on. Still a little ways away from Abyssal Blade on this Ursa. Shadow Blade, Earthshaker, almost level 15. And there is a Sentry Ward, but it's a little ways away, so they know that this is going on. It's one of those things that's nice about the enchantments, right? Like, you can send in those creeps and they basically have, like, the same value the enemy team is, like, taking over regular old creeps, right? Ooh. Who does he give that Titan Sliver to? Does he give it to Ursula, or does he keep it for himself? It's an interesting question.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cut through the wave. Zip zap zoop.
Here I am, looking for me.
And back the other way.
Dire are scanning.
But Storm shows himself down bottom there for a second, and that gives the green light for Nemiga to move in, dropping down a ward up on the high ground, takes this one out.
My sprites are with
Storm,
us.
as he had just zipped out to the other side. They see him again, and now they can go in and take Roche. This is big. Again, like, you make this move right here, and it's, you know, I guess it's understandable. It was a quick Roche spawn. Happened real quick. But it's going to be gone in an even shorter amount of time. And this is the timing that you were hoping to hit as Nova, right? Now that you've missed the chance to take the Roche fight, like, I still think that they could hypothetically win the engagement. You've got BKB on Storm now. You're really close to Abyssal Blade on the Ursa. In fact, I might even just send out for the Bit Booster right now. Granted, you probably want to buy back, but I don't know. With the way this is going, it feels like that if they don't make a move soon, the Nemiga are just going to roll over them, right? Storm is using up so much mana. Wants to get level 20. And now Storm has half mana going into this fight. They almost kill off the Centaur. He's eventually going to die here. Manages to get that Stampede off. Space thinking about going back in. Storm still not the highest mana pool in the world, and the rest of his team is fighting. Force Staff trying to keep alive this Ursa under control. Chase down. Damage reduction is there. They almost managed to find the kill. And in fact, in a second, they're probably going to be able to. Blink forward, stun, and done. They kill off the Oracle also. I talked about it. Like, this was the moment where they needed to be able to make that fight with the Storm BKB, but he'd already used up so much of his mana pool that he couldn't get in the fight. 30 minutes in, and a 10,000 gold lead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Heads up play there by Nemiga to just recognize when they can take that fight.
Dire structures are fortified.
Goes to cut the wave yet again, but tier 3 towers being assaulted with Cardi in hand. They're going to take down this one and ready to take down the melee racks afterwards. Nemiga looking mighty fine. Mighty fine.
Where's the party?
As another tier 3 tower goes down, soon to be another melee barracks. Ursa still 10 seconds before he's capable of respawning. Pull in onto one, just the Ricky for the moment. Hoof Stomp gonna land onto 2. They are taking that melee barracks. BKB out. But, I mean, they still just jump back in. They blow up the Oracle. He buys back, trying to control these guys in the fight. They'll kill off the Ricky. They might take down the TA as well. All right, that's 2 down. Can they get the TA again, or are they just need to back out? I mean, the Chosen One, his Elder Dragon form is wearing off pretty soon. BKB, and now Blink away. Ulfervian is going to leave himself to the wolves as a sacrificial lamb, or deer, depending upon your frame of reference. And all that remains is one ranged barracks with 48 HP. Dude, and you can tell Astro, he wants to go for it. This dude is very interested, just outside of range. Oh, no. Okay is the call. Dude, they're 48 damage away from Megas. Go deny it, somebody. Just make it happen. You really going to tip him? His teammate. Come on, man. Unbelievable. Oh my god, Chosen One's like, all right, I'm going to go take care of business. Here we go, guys. I'm running in. Oh, hey, Storm. Don't mind me. No, he didn't get it. How did he not get it? How in the world did he not get it? What the hell? Who's next? The Earthshaker went in, and the Dragon Knight went in. They just want this game over. It's unbelievable. Poor Nova. Poor Nova. All right, another 5-on-5 round of battle. Could be coming here in a second. They have the Abyssal Blade. Oh, jump in onto Ricky. Got him caught under control. Mech comes out. He's gonna die. Buys back immediately. Dragon Knight now turns on to these heroes. The stun comes out. Force Staff gets him just barely to the high ground there. The Fissure chase down, continuing to run. Echo Slam's gonna land. Enchant Totem afterwards. All the control in the world, and GG is going to be called. Nemiga take game number 1. Impressive stuff. It's kind of what we were anticipating would happen. They did it in very good fashion. But there were moments there where Nova looked pretty solid. It's just a couple of, particularly around the Roche pit, you know, that's where a lot of troubles, I think, happen for teams that are trying to break through into the top tier. And that felt like it was the main issue. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Nemiga will take game number 1. We're going to wait and see what happens. Game number 2 right around the corner. Stay tuned, everybody. More to come in just a few.